Hi, this is Mark Bergman. I'm on the eve of the kindergarten and elementary school registration week, going from January 31st to February 4th. The English Montreal School Board is celebrating its commitment to diversity and inclusion. This sixth special day event continues with John F. Kennedy Adult Education Center in Saint Michel. So excited to talk to our guest in a couple of seconds. The EMSB serves students from pre-kindergarten to adulthood. Another example of diversity comes from the makeup of the student population in the adult sector. It has students from more than 100 countries enrolled in its schools, giving it a vibrant, multicultural footprint. They come to the EMSB's Adult Education Center, like John F. Kennedy Adult Education Center in Saint Michel, to complete their high school diploma, achieve prerequisites for further study, or enroll in basic English and French classes as well in order to be able to work here and study in the province of Quebec. A diverse teacher and student population is what makes the EMSB Adult Education Center so special. And let's say hi to the staff and some students at the school. Joining me are Principal Elizabeth Logadish. Good afternoon. Hello, Elizabeth. Nice to see you.
Good afternoon, Mark. Thank you.
Andrew Mangal is the Vice Principal. Hello, Andrew. Thanks for being here with us.
Hi, Mark. Thank you. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well. We also are going to talk to teacher Beverly Marcus. Hello, Beverly.
Hello.
And looking forward to talking to a couple of students. Gopana Diane is a student that'll be talking to us. We'll find out a bit more about her background in a second, as well as Hoi Nam To. Hello, Hoi. There you
Hello.
are. For being. Elizabeth, I guess we'll start with you, the principal. The EMSB Adult Education sector and your school is indeed a multicultural mosaic. What a great example of multiculturalism in school. Can you share some more with us on the topic, plus let us know a bit about your experience in the field?
Thank you, Mark. Just to introduce myself briefly, I've spent most of my educational teaching career in the elementary and high school sector. So I'm relatively new to the adult sector. And quite honestly, it has been an utmost privilege and pleasure to work with our diverse student population. Our center welcomes students from all over the world. And it seems like the diversity of our student population almost naturally and effortlessly creates a welcoming atmosphere that is conducive to learning. It's almost like a mini United Nations. It's incredibly motivating and inspiring to be surrounded by such hardworking, driven and focused learners, many of which come to us with difficult and demanding life challenges. Always amazes me how they manage to remain committed to their studies despite the hardships of balancing home, work, family, personal life. Their stories are truly heartwarming and awe-inspiring. We're very proud to be their advocates and the ambassadors of such a diverse school community. I'm going to ask Andrew just to sort of talk a little bit about our program and how we best support our students.
Thanks, Liz. So one thing at John F. Kennedy Adult Education Center that we understand is that diversity goes beyond cultures and physical aspects. Every person has a unique learning style, and we welcome all types of learners here at JFK Adult Education Center. At JFK, we have qualified teachers who are experienced in supporting adult learners. They're kind, caring, and compassionate, and always willing to go the extra mile. Our center is committed to providing students of all ages and abilities with a range of opportunities to discover new knowledge, develop new skills, and to achieve personal learning goals. Over the years, we have put into place support measures to help our diverse learners, recognizing that there are many ways of learning. We take great pride in knowing that JFK Adult Education Center is a place where each student belongs, and it's a place where everyone is valued. It's a non-judgment environment where the background of our learners are respected and honored. Part of learning is having fun. We have a great community life and spirit, which provides our students with a sense of belonging and opportunity to connect with others. So Liz, perhaps you can elaborate a little bit more on what we have to offer our students.
Thank you, Andrew. So just to say, we make it a priority to offer extracurricular activities that will be fun, new, exciting, and relevant to our students. So some of what we offer would be perhaps seasonal, where we have in the fall, we start with a little bit of fall foliage hiking trips. We'll have an apple picking excursion. Moving on to winter, we do a typical Quebec cultural trip where we do ice fishing. And that's quite interesting how our students, our diverse population reacts to being on a lake, on a frozen lake. So we take a trip to Quebec City to experience the cold wind off the St. Lawrence River, and we visit the Ice Hotel, which is world renowned. We also have a lot of barbecues, luncheons, suppers, food. Food is what brings people together. There's always a lot of fun to share other people's cultures by tasting their foods. It makes people relax. They get to connect with others. They get to meet other people, and it's what makes it's what allows for our students to make connections and to be part of a community. So I'm also very happy to announce that we've had several students meet their life partners while studying at JFK. So if anything, that could also be a bonus added to being here with us. So that's what we do to make our students feel at home.
Elizabeth, thank you. Some incredible stories. Can we bring Beverly in? And I know, Beverly, you're teaching English, and I'd like to know some of the different ways that you've seen the EMSB and JFK encourage diversity in schools.
Well, JFK is, we really understand food, as Liz mentioned. And I want to say one thing that I feel Liz does so well is that when we have a luncheon, she never makes it about a religious festival. It seems very small, right? It's a very small thing, but it's actually a very big thing. So at Christmas time, we didn't have a Christmas lunch. We had a festive lunch. And at Thanksgiving, we had a harvest lunch. So it's a small thing, but if this is not your culture, it actually means a lot that an effort is made to make it more general and more enjoyable for everyone. The other thing that Liz really makes a point of doing at JFK is to provide food that everyone can eat. So there is never a situation at JFK where I have, for example, a Muslim student come down for an activity and there's nothing for them to eat. Liz is very, very conscious of that, and she makes sure that everyone can enjoy. So I think those are small things, but they're actually very significant things. Also at JFK, if you come to our school, and we love our school, you will see many photos in the halls. You'll see television cameras where we have kind of a revolving photo show. And if you look at those photos, all you see is diversity. It's really an opportunity for students to see themselves in this environment. And I think those are two really important things that are happening at JFK.
Well, let's talk to some of those students. And Gulpana, we'll start with you. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Gulpana. We know that you're from Afghanistan. When did you come to Canada, and how have you enjoyed the learning so far at JFK?
Hi, I'm Gulpana. I'm 38 years old. I'm not fragile to say that I start from zero, and I did my bachelor in my country in economics, and I arrived to Canada in September 2017, and I joined JFK Adult Education Center on December 2017. The first day of my school, it was, I don't have a good memory from that, but I will never forget that, because it was fear, fragile, stress, anxiety, because I was going from my dark side of life to the bright side of my life. I would start new journey that I did once, and I start again. I had seizure that day. It was the replacement text exam, and I brought to the hospital by administration of JFK, and I was in the hospital one night, and I don't remember anything about that. For the next day, I was so sad that I lost my chance to go to school, but I was accepted by administration of JFK, by principal. They gave me a chance to do the replacement test for the next day. And I was surprised for this opportunity. And if I was in my country, I would never, they would never give me second chance to do the test and enter to the JFK family. I would like to say family because I find my family environment atmosphere here in JFK. I suffer from anxiety, depression, but I was not able to go alone outside of home. But here now I am independent. By saying, everybody was saying, the staff, teachers, principal, they were always saying we are the same page. Gulpana, you are resilient and we are in the same page. Everybody has this problem you suffer through, but they will encourage me, you can do it. I did it. And I start from beginning, and now today I'm here, the teacher, the staff, principal, the all school student, everybody support me, and they give me, the teacher helped me like a kid. They put the pencil in my hand how to write, because the English is my fifth language. It is not easy to start my education or start your career from the language which is your fifth language, and it was very hard and challenging for me in this age to go to school back. But by the encouraging of the school staff, teacher, everybody, uh, they encourage me and they help me to achieve my goal. Today I'm here. Today I feel proud on myself. I feel proud here that I'm in JFK. I talked with my psychiatrist. I had problem in my exam, and my psychiatrist talked to the JFK administration, and she told me, Gulpana, you are lucky to have a school principal and staff in your school so nice, so kind, and they are so welcoming. You are lucky that you are in this school. And really I feel lucky that I'm in this school, and it was not easy to adapt in here in Canada, to adapt Canada education system, but teacher, the staff, everybody helped, and now I adapt in the Canada education system.
Amazing. Gopana, thank you so much. Great to hear your story.
And
let's bring in Nam right now. Nam is from Vietnam. Tell us when you came to Canada, Nam, and how you're enjoying your experience here at JFK.
Yes, hello. So my name is Hoai Nam. I'm 29 years old. I came here to Canada from Vietnam about 10 years ago, and without speaking any French or English at all. At first, I went to a French school here to learn basic French for about 2 or 3 years. And after that, after a while, I decided to, I want to finish my high school diploma. And I came here to JFK Adult Center to I start learning basic English. So I started taking some CCB courses at JFK. And then about 2 years ago, I started taking academic courses so that I can finish my high school diploma. And I really enjoyed the learning experience I got from here. It's quite challenging for an adult to come back to school, and especially for someone who is not very familiar with the culture, with the language. And I was very surprised because I felt welcome here at JFK. When I came to JFK, I look around me and I see everyone is the same as me. Like the other student, they are the same as me. They want to finish high school diploma. They have the same goal, and the teacher and the staff here, they are very understanding. They welcome me, and they were very helpful. They try to help the student to achieve their goal. And honestly, I feel very proud of me and of the school that I finished my high school diploma.
Nam, how much have you learned just from meeting and talking to your fellow students from different cultures?
Yes, so I met some friends here throughout the years. It was quite interesting and mind-opening to learn about the other culture. For example, the me of 10 years ago, when I was still living back in Vietnam, I would watch TV and see the style of society in the Western society, like the American movies or just documents, something like that. And people in Vietnam, they would look at it and they would think like this is something that you like foreign and something fantasy, something that you never experienced in your life. And when I came here and I got to know other people in person, I get to know them, I get to understand them, and they are not much different from me. They are just, even though we have the different mindset, we still share the same interest. We share the same goal. We have the same hobby, for example, and it felt very relaxing to know other people from different culture.
It must be. Principal Lagodish, I mean, this is just two stories of two amazing students, but it just must be fascinating, the backgrounds, the different students, it all coming together. They must have each their individual incredible story.
They do, Mark. And sometimes I would say it's hard to extract the stories from the students. They're not always comfortable to share. This is why it's important that we establish a culture of openness, of acceptance, of inclusion, and you see how they do overcome those fears of sharing as the semester progresses. And it's sometimes you have to pinch yourself to sort of say, is this real? And I have a hard time getting up in the morning to travel to work. That takes me half an hour, and these students, they overcome all odds to come to work, and it's incredible. It's like I said to you, it's inspiring. It's motivating for me as an adult to work with these people, and I want to be their advocate. I want to do whatever I can to help them succeed in their endeavors. I do want to add that when we look to support our students, we try to hire tutors or support staff that have a background in adult ed or experience in adult ed. So that makes them more, how can I say, sensitized towards the needs of our students. And that really has helped our center, having these people work with our diverse population. When they're tutoring them or trying to support them in their studies, that they understand what the student is feeling. Yes, our stories, Mark, are truly incredible. And unlike very much like our other centers, we're not different in that regard. It just, I just wish everyone could experience a day in an adult center within either at JFK or within any one of our centers in the EMSB. It's fast. It's incredible.
Beverly, before we wrap this up, I'd like to bring you in here and just talk to us. I mean, given the amount of different cultures, what are some of the challenges in promoting diversity, and what do you do in the classroom specifically to promote diversity and inclusiveness in the classroom?
I believe that if you create an environment where diversity is able to flourish, then you can work on diversity. But to just say diversity and put a poster on your wall that says, Black Lives Matter, but not lay any groundwork around that to create an environment for diversity, it's not really going to work. So personally, in my classroom, I work a lot with my students at the beginning of our course to create an environment that's conducive to diversity. And that means that we all need to agree to kind of some principles that encourage diversity. So things like listening attentively, mutual respect, these are all things that will encourage diversity. And we need to do that on a macro level and on a micro level.
Thank you, Beverly. And thank you all for joining us on this very enlightening chat. And just a reminder once again, that kindergarten and elementary school registration for the 2022-2023 EMSB season is January 31st to February 4th. For more information, you can always call them at 514-483-7200 or log on online at emsb.qc.ca. Thanks for joining us.